Oh boy, here we go again with another Star Wars project that no one asked for or wanted, Disney, thanks. But can Skeleton Crew do the impossible and escape the hate flowing through the fanbase?
Let the hate flow through you.
Well, maybe after watching episode 1 and 2 of the series, it has a chance. Spoiler warning from this point onwards.
What are you in for? What are you in for?
Star Wars Skeleton Crew is a coming-of-age story set after the downfall of the Empire in the age of the New Republic. In other words, this takes place roughly the same time as The Mandalorian and Ahsoka. It focuses on 4 children or tweeners who find a buried ship out in the woods on their mysterious home planet at Atin, and they accidentally turn the ship's power on and set it to autopilot. Before they know it, they are leaving their homeworld behind and become lost in the galaxy far, far away. Lost and afraid, they need to find a way back home, and the premiere ends with them being prisoners on a pirate outpost where they share a prison cell with a mysterious Force user played by Jude Law.
What's that ominous glow in the distance?
Now, before you get your pitchforks out, it's important to remember that this show was well established in marketing as a coming-of-age story, and that the main characters were going to be around the age of 10 or 11. It's literally Goonies in space, and based on the 2 episodes released so far, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Right off the bat, the overall production design for the Skeleton Crew screams high budget, and it's so refreshing to have a galaxy alive and full of different aliens and robots. Immediately, this feels much more like a Star Wars story, set in a Star Wars universe, and the Star Wars vibes are there from the start. There's even a surprising amount of action and violence from the get-go, with a focus on a wretched hive of scum and villainy in the form of space pirates. And on the topic of space pirates, sadly I'm not convinced on Mr. Wolfman, who appears to be the show's primary antagonist, and I'm sure I won't be the only one that is thinking Guardians of the Galaxy whilst watching this. The writing and overall narrative is off to a solid start, with enough mystery for fans to theorise over in the coming weeks, particularly as to where or what is going on with the planet At-Atin. And the dialogue so far from the young cast is pretty witty and funny. It's admittedly borderline cringe at times, but the showrunners have done a fantastic job in nailing the vibe of a classic 80s coming-of-age story, and has helped me to reminisce about the days of my own childhood, the adventures I got up to, and the dreams I had. The main protagonist, Wim, and his elephant friend Neil are both likeable from the start, and are relatable as characters. Unfortunately, the other 2 kids, Fern and KB, are not as likeable in the early episodes, with Fern taking the spot of the most obnoxious character in the show. The acting of the young stars is about as good or bad as you can expect, and sadly the supporting cast aren't much better either. I'm sure this may change when Jude Law is actively involved in the coming episodes, but it is a shame he had such a minor role in the opening too. Right from the start there is a strong sense of plot armour already at play, and there is no way the 4 main characters would have survived at the pirate spaceport. It was also a little too convenient that Jude Law's character just so happens to be a Force user and was able to get the jail key needed for them all to escape. I actually laughed when he started using the Force, assuming it isn't all an act, as some people have said online. Honestly, I couldn't really fault the opening 2 episodes that much, especially as this show is tailored for the next generation of Star Wars fan, and the basis of this show seems solid so far. It already feels more positively received than a certain show before it. In summary, Star Wars Skeleton Crew is off to a strong start, with this coming-of-age Star Wars adventure. Whilst I'm sure it will divide opinion with some of the fanbase, it already feels like it's off to a better start than previous Star Wars projects, and the premise feels fresh and original for the Star Wars IP. The opening 2 episodes were full of fun and laughs, and the overarching story has just enough mystery to keep you intrigued moving forward into the series. This is easily shaping up to being a Star Wars show the whole family can enjoy this holiday season. Now it's your turn to let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Did you enjoy the opening 2 episodes yourself, or did you think it was more Disney rubbish? And if you're new here, then hey, my name is Jackson and welcome to the channel. I cover all things TV and film, usually with an emphasis on genres such as fantasy and sci-fi, so make sure you check out some of my other videos on your way out. Thank you, and I'll see you on the next video.
Do the truffle shuffle.
Come